Hey guys, I'm going to show you today how to prepare the SKU field for feeds. Whenever you get a new vendor on board and you've got a feed in the FTP folder like this is our golden retriever feed here. Actually, we're going to do Boulé today, so let me show you Boulé. Here you go. So once you've gotten this feed coming in from our vendors, we have to actually do one more step, and that's actually put in the SKU information into Miva. And that's not the product code, it's a different field, and that's used just to map the feed so that we know what their inventory file is supposed to point to on Miva. So I'm going to go ahead and start with exporting out of Miva. And if you just go to export data, which I'm already at, and you unfold it and you go export products to flat file, then you'll get this screen here. I've gone ahead and typed in a unique name for my product file. I would also advise that, put in something unique to you. And it's going to be a CSV file automatically. I just leave this at replace, not a big deal. I went ahead and clicked email me that file. I do want it emailed to me. That's the easiest way to get it. Put in your email address here. This stuff over here, the export format, leave alone. That's perfectly fine. It's got a comma in here. It's going to go ahead and just put it in a comma delimited format, which is very common, easy to use. These will all be checked when you first come in here. Go ahead and uncheck those like I did. Name, SKU, active. That's really all that you need. You're going to use the name to filter and the active to filter to know which ones you actually want to work on. You only want to work on active products. You don't have to worry about the discontinued ones for feeds. So, and the SKU, of course, too, because that's the field we're going to fill in. Also, these will all look like this when you come in here. These will be empty, but this particular field is going to be populated, and you don't need all this stuff. It's just going to take longer to get your export, so get that stuff out of there. So you're just filtering what you want Miva to export for you. At this point, you're ready to go. Hit export, and then it will email you a CSV file, and that's going to be your first starting point. All right, so now we've got our file that came in from Miva. We're going to go ahead and filter by active. And to filter, if you haven't done this before, you select either your header columns like I did, and you can hit shift and then click, or you can hit control. If you're not familiar with how Excel selects, you can, read up on that or whatever, but I'm assuming you know how to use Excel. So go ahead and select all the columns. I'm using shift, and just click shift and then each edge of each column here, the whole width. Go ahead and click filter, and then you can filter by active. See, it's got 0 or 1. 1 is active, 0 is not. So let's get rid of the zeros. Cool. So now we're just dealing with active stuff or active products. And then we want to filter even further because we just want to work on the particular vendor we're going to work on right now is Boulé. So we're going to go ahead and try to find all the Boulé products. I'm going to go contains Boulé. There we go. So now we've got Boulé. Boulé is unique enough of a word that I'm not worried about catching any other products up in this. I'm going to page down, as you can see. Whoops, a little too far there. As you can see, this is all just Boulé products. And from here, what we're going to do is we need to actually get a little worksheet going here. So let's go ahead and grab product code, and let's get the product SKU, and we'll just grab those. I'm copying, and we're going to go ahead and paste those into a new worksheet here. There we go. So now we've got our product code, and we've got this blank SKU here, and we need to fill this product SKU information out. So how do we know what that's supposed to be? Well, let's look on our FTP. The FTP server has all the names in the HTTP docs folder on our FTP server, and that's at jgear, ftp.jgearusa.com. It's got all of the names of all of our vendors here appropriately, and you can see that it's got the CSV files inside. Well, let's look at Boulé, and we're going to go ahead and open this guy. I'm going to open it right out of here. And here you go. You can see we're looking right now. Why did we open this? Well, we're checking to see what style it is, what the style format looks like. So looks like these guys are just using, looks like just straight numbers. I don't see any, prefixes like a CA in front of it or a JT in front of it. These are just numbers, and that's how this feed or this file is coming in. That's how they're referencing the inventory. So to make this work for Banu's feed, what we need to do is get rid of any other information other than this, 17 or the 27 or 64. That's the model number for that style. So what we're going to do, go ahead and switch views here. Actually, we can close this. Here we go. So now we're back at our worksheet. And notice I've created a new sheet at the bottom. That's how I copy and pasted this in, so we can work independently and still have our master over here for reference if we need other stuff later or whatever. If we're doing a bunch of these at the same time, it's really helpful to keep them all in one master Excel file. So now we need to generate this product SKU. Now the reason that we went and checked this, we wanted to see, okay, so we need to know which folder or what the folder is called. This folder is called Boulé with a capital B. That's easy. So we know what that is, and we need to append that, like this needs to look like Boulé-2275. Easy enough, right? Okay, so here's how we do that in Excel. What we're going to do first, we need to get rid of that BT in there, okay? So I'm going to go ahead and select the entire column, Control F as in Frank, Control F, that's Control Find basically, and we're going to go ahead and hit BT dash, and I'm going to replace it with nothing, and then it's gone. So now we've gotten that out of there. So, and actually, we can't do that, my bad. Okay, we actually need to do this a different way. I'm going to go ahead and grab, I'm holding Shift right now. I'm going to tap End and down arrow. It'll select all of that all the contents there. And then what we're going to do is make a copy of it over here. I just grab this little guy here, and it's just plus, and you drag that over, and you can make an entire copy, okay? So what we're going to do, since we have to modify this BT right here, I'm going to go ahead and take that header and move it over real quick. This is just how I've done this here. And this I'm going to call vendor SKU. So we need to make this match our vendor information in our feed here that we looked at earlier from Boulé, what they're supplying us. And this is just temporary. We're going to use that to build our product SKU in just a moment. So we want to get rid of that BT. So I'm going to go ahead and select the entire column, Control F as in Frank, Control F, and then we'll have our BT dash, and we're going to go ahead and just hit replace all. We'll wipe it out. Really simple Excel stuff, just a little find and replace. And now what we're going to do is a formula. Let's go to the Formulas tab at the top, hit Insert Function. We're going to search for concatenate. I've already got it pulled up here, but you're going to have to search for it. It won't come up automatically. C-O-N-C-A-T, hit Enter. There it is. Hit OK. This is super easy. This is just like a combiner. It's going to combine a couple of things that you want to combine dynamically. So the way this works is, let's type in some text. We want Boulé, and we want a dash. Now let's go we'll actually hit Tab, and it goes to the next field, or you can click down with your mouse. And then you're going to go ahead and click on that field right there, and you're done. So what it's doing is it's saying, hey, what do you want this text Boulé dash plus this field, right? Well, how do we make all these other ones go automatically? Grab the bottom right corner where the plus is, and just drag it down, and you see how it's creating all these for us? It's really easy. All right, so I dragged it all the way to the bottom. So now we've got all these, and these are actually just the parent products here. So you've got, and there'll be a lot more if you haven't filtered out the child products. I have filtered out all of the child products here. It won't hurt anything if you haven't. So either way, this is the basics of how it's done. And so we've got all these done now. And all we have to do at this point is I'm going to go ahead, see we've got formulas here. I'm going to go ahead and we're going to go ahead and copy, Control C, and then we're going to paste. And we're going to paste values. That's going to eliminate the formula that we used. And basically, when we click on these now, they're absolute. There's not a formula making this up anymore. We've calculated what we wanted, and now this is solid. So we can go ahead and save our file. And I'm gonna actually call this Boulé 2. I've already got Boulé completed. I'm just doing an extra one for the demonstration now. And so now you have a tab that references what exactly this feed was. We don't need vendor SKU anymore. Let's delete that. And then we just export it to a CSV. All right, see, it's an Excel format now. I'm gonna go ahead and hit CSV. And we'll call this Boulé test 2. And you actually want to click, you actually need to put this in tab format. Hit T a few times. You'll see tab delimited. That's what the import is actually set up for, and it's easier that you don't have to switch to CSV. So keep it in the tab delimited format. And I'm putting it in my online boot store file here. Put it somewhere where maybe where, on your local desktop where you're working with the FTP. Just common sense stuff. Great. Okay, so now we've got it. I'm going to go ahead and close this. That's fine. All right, so if I go into, open this guy up, what's that going to look like? Let's look. Okay, so Boulé test. Let's crack it open. This is just in Notepad. Now you can see it's got the product code, product SKU, and then we don't have any other fields here. We're just updating these 2 fields. And since we've got the Boulé folder, we've made this Boulé exactly written the exact same way with the dash, and then you've got the product code, which we went in. When you go ahead and open this guy up, you'll see that it matches the format. This is style 17. These are all different styles. I think the other one was like, what was it, 2200 or something. See if that's on here. Yeah, so you see these are the style numbers. So that's going to match up really nice with the sheet that Boulé has provided for us. And then that allows Banu to work with the feed a lot easier. So this is perfect. We just need to upload it now. So the final step, you're going to go ahead and go to import data and hit the plus. And actually, don't use any of these. Do not use any of these in here. That could cause a problem with the website, actually. These are legacy modules we no longer use. Go ahead and just click on import data right here. It's kind of weird. You just click the plus open, then click on import data, and you'll see all these here. You're going to use update existing products DL. That's the one you want to use. Click on that, choose your file. And if I click on this guy and hit open, it's going to automatically push all that stuff up to the website and give you a report on how many were okay, and if there were any errors, if you missed anything. Sometimes you'll run into a leading zero or something weird, and it'll tell you, hey, these didn't upload. So you can go through and manually put in your leading zeros if you need to, or work on that on your spreadsheet, however you want to fix it. All right, let me know if you have any questions on this. This is the basics of updating the SKU field to match what Banu needs for his feed system.